Hey guys, what's up? Nick here once again, and today we are playing what I personally feel is the most underrated Twisted Metal in the entire series. Now, if you did check out my previous video, we talked about Twisted Metal PS3, and I did state that it was pretty underrated, and I still stand by that statement 100,000%. However, I do feel out of all of the games together, this is the most underrated Twisted Metal. I feel a lot of people, especially fans of the series, wrote this game off immediately because, for one, it's centered towards children. Like, you know, it's RC cars. And this actually came out after Twisted Metal Black. So, understandably so, a lot of people, including myself, that were huge fans of Twisted Metal Black, saw this and they were like, well, for one, it went from one of the darkest, if it actually was the darkest game in the series, to now being the kiddiest or like silliest game of the series. And on top of that, it came out on PS1 when Black was PS2. So it's like, why would you go backwards, right? And that's why this game just kind of failed, sadly. It didn't sell well, and it kind of got swept under the rug, and for a lot of good reasons, right? Now, the funny thing is, this actually was created by Single Track, which was the creator of Twisted Metal Black and the original first two Twisted Metals. And that's a reason why I think this game is really fun, and the level design is really good, and the gameplay is pretty decent. And that's why I feel it's really underrated, and it's sad that it really didn't see the light of day that it deserved from a lot of Twisted Metal fans. So with that, we're going to jump into it today, and hopefully the point of this video is, I know most of the people, if not everybody who's watching this video, has already played this game before. However, I'm hoping that this video will get somebody who's never played this game before, never tried it, will actually go out and give it a shot, and they will experience it for the first time and actually have a fun time with it. So off the bat, we are given the traditional tournament, challenge, and now endurance modes. So endurance was introduced with Twisted Metal Black, and essentially what that is you go against one opponent at a time, and it just goes on forever until you die. Where challenge is essentially a death match, where you go into a match with a certain amount of characters of your choosing, and you just fight to the death and you survive to the end. And then of course tournament is the main story mode, so we're going to do that. They brought back a lot of classic characters with Twisted Metal Small Brawl. I don't think they really created any brand new characters that were for the regular characters. The only new characters came into play with the unlockables. So one of them right here is Mr. Mime, and then it was Trapper, and then this is Piecemeal. And Trapper and Piecemeal are the main bosses in the game. Mr. Mime you will not see in the game except for as a regular enemy. And, oh, I also forgot about Axel, but Axel isn't a new character by any means, but they are an unlockable character. And then same with Darkseid. Darkseid's another one. Again, classic character brought back, but they are an unlockable. The thing I liked about this is that just like Twisted Metal Black, you can see they took a lot of cues from the the previous game. With Twisted Metal Black, they had a lot of unlockable characters as well. Some were more like boss battles or boss characters you could play as, and then other ones were just regular characters that were just hidden that you had to unlock throughout the game by doing certain things. And they did the exact same thing here. It's really cool. We'll get into that while we're actually in the maps, but we're gonna choose, I think we're gonna go with my main man Mortimer. I know you're gonna be watching this, my man, and we're gonna go with his favorite character, Shadow. Because I absolutely love Shadow in this game. In my opinion, I think it's one of the best Shadows in the Twisted Metal series, next to Twisted Metal Black. I think that's like the second place for me. Yeah, going into Twisted Metal Small Brawl. Now, why do I like this game? Why do I think it's underrated? Why do I think you guys should play it? The main thing for me, I think, is the creativity with this game. I think it's just a fun game. And I'm not talking about gameplay alone. I'm not talking about graphics, because honestly, I think this is one of the worst looking Twisted Metals graphically, which again is really ironic because it was one of the last ones that came out, and it came out after the PS2 version, but needless to say, I think the creativity comes into the level design and the overall story. So the biggest difference clearly is we're driving RC vehicles. These are not real vehicles. These are not real people getting murdered when you're killing each other. They're just little RC vehicles. Is it still the same exact kind of like car combat that you'd expect from a Twisted Metal? Of course it is. I mean, it still feels the same. It feels about the same sense of speed as Twisted Metal. I'd say maybe 1. It doesn't feel as fast as Twisted Metal 2 or definitely Twisted Metal Black. I'd say it's in between Twisted Metal 3 and Twisted Metal 1. I would say 4 is even a little faster than this in a lot of ways. A lot of the cars feel a little quicker. But yeah, the sense of speed isn't that great. And I think that was on purpose, I think, because they were marketing this towards a younger audience because Twisted Metal Black was marketed towards adults. They wanted the gameplay to be a little bit slower, a little bit easier, and they definitely nailed it, like, by far. I think this is one of the easier Twisted Metals. If you've never played before, I think this is a really good, like, palate cleanser kind of thing, or an appetizer, I should say. Because, yeah, you can go through the whole story mode pretty quickly with this one. I want to say my fastest tournament win was maybe, like, 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, I'd say, was my fastest tournament. And that was me trying to base, like, speed run it. I don't know if we're going to go that fast in this video, but yeah, basically what I'm saying is this is a super easy game compared to all the other Twisted Metals. It's just, everyone is pretty squishy. The AI is still pretty unrelenting. They pretty much only go after you. They don't really fight each other, just like we're kind of used to with every Twisted Metal up to this point, but yeah. So you can see, like, dude, Shadow's special in this game is so strong. It doesn't heat seek really, but it does go towards people. Oh yeah, the other thing too is, so the unlockable characters. So actually there is an unlockable character on this map, and it's Axel. So you might be able to see in the distance there on that swing, you see the little PNG of Axel. So what we have to do is we have to hit that swing with a some type of weapon, and it'll throw his image onto the map, and you run it over and you unlock him. And they did the same thing with Twisted Metal Black with the environmental stuff. So like one of them you had to like shoot a plane off in the distance and it crashed, unlocking a whole new area, and then you would be able to get Yellow Jacket and stuff like that. So really cool. And I really hope, again, if there's a new Twisted Metal coming our way, that they do the same thing where they'll be able to add unlockable characters that are kind of like secrets. That'd be super cool. I don't know if that's going to work. Oh, it worked. Heck yeah. And there we go. Axel has now been unlocked as a playable character. So the other characters to unlock is Darkside. He is on, I believe, the second map, where you have to shoot the plumber that's underneath the sink in the butt, and he sprays out fire that unlocks a whole new area underneath the kitchen cabinet. I'm not even kidding you. That is literally what you have to do, and it's amazing. And then Mr. Mime is on I think his map is only accessible through endurance mode or deathmatch. It's not actually in the main tournament. And you have to like knock down a Christmas stocking or something, if I remember right, and he pops out there. And then as for the bosses, to unlock Trapper and Piecemeal, you have to beat the game in certain ways. I think it's like beat the game on hard to get Trapper, and then Piecemeal's beat the game with everybody or something. I can't remember the exact rules per se, but that is essentially how to unlock everybody in the game. And it's just cool that you can do that, right? Just with playing the game and doing certain things, you can unlock special characters that you would not get otherwise. Where pretty much every Twisted Metal up until Black, all the characters were given to you right off the bat, except for the secret ones that you needed cheat codes for. And there's no fun in that, in my opinion. I've never been a fan of cheat codes in games to unlock special characters. It's like, give me the ability to unlock it by doing something cool in the game, not just a cheat code. So now we're moving on to the second match, which is Carnival. So I was wrong. I think it's the third match, which is the kitchen. But this is actually my favorite map in the entire game, and I'll tell you why. I've always really enjoyed Carnivals in video games. I don't know what it is, and it might have been Twisted Metal 4 that really got me into that, because the final match with Sweet Tooth, the final boss, is a Carnival, and I always loved that map. But yeah, no difference here. This map is really fun. I love the music as well, which we can actually have the music on this time because it's not copyrighted, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, just this game is so colorful, it's eye-catching. Again, obviously they're relating to children, so they kind of had to. But needless to say, even though it's centered towards kids, does that make it unfun for adults? Hell no. And it's still a really good time. But yeah, the map design, the creativity, I think is number one in this game compared to every Twisted Metal out there. And you can fight me on that. I know some of you might not agree with me, because there definitely is some very creative maps in other Twisted Metals, don't get me wrong. But if you put every map in this game together into one category, I would argue that this game has the most creative maps in the entire series. Hopefully I can make it to this before this comes out. Oh, damn. At least we got the health pickup so we didn't die from that. I think there's even an area, if I remember, up here that has a wall that you can shoot out and like go down underneath the map somewhere. Trying to remember. Yep, here it is. You shoot that, you can open this thing. Oh, whoopsie. No. Okay, there's a scary skeleton thing down here that hits you, and it looks like a one-hit kill. Oh, there it is. Oh, shit. Okay, we're good. We got around him. So even though, like I said at the beginning, that the AI in this game is just like every Twisted Metal where they pretty much only fight you, they're not as unrelenting as they've been in other games. And yes, there is other difficulties you can choose. I play on medium, or like the standard difficulty. I'm sure if you go to the hard difficulty, it'll be a little different. But I still feel that the AI in this game is a lot more forgiving compared to other ones in the series. Like, they kind of leave you alone for a little bit, like if you need to run and get health or whatever. They don't chase you as much. Look at how many specials I have. What the hell? Dude, that was ridiculous. And I swear to God, I'm not using any cheats with this one. I'm not using anything like infinite specials. I was straight up just like lucky, I guess. I didn't use any of my specials a little round. That was nuts. So here we go. Easy Death Oven. Man, I love the name of these maps too. Again, the creativity is just outmatched. And this map actually has a ton of interactive areas on it, which is really cool. And this is another thing where I really would love for more areas like this in future Twisted Metals, if they have more interactive maps. So, for instance, one of them is like you can go inside the microwave, or you can get other people to go in the microwave. You shoot it and they get sucked into it and it starts up and it starts hurting them. Super cool. You can hit these mouse traps and go flying into the middle. It's just wild. But you can imagine as a kid, right? 10-year-old me jumping into this. I've already played the original Twisted Metal 1, 2, 3, and 4. Haven't played Black yet because I'm not old enough to play it due to my parents not wanting me to. But I end up getting this game for Christmas. And I'm like, man, this game is so weird. It's just so much different. But then I get to this map and I'm able to do all this stuff. Like, let's see. Oh, I almost got him in the microwave. Let's see if I can crush him. Because if it shuts when he's there, it throws him off the table. But it's just crazy, man. Like, this game was so cool. So yeah, the two things that I guess I could complain about, or if I would change if I could with this game, is one, make the sense of speed just a little quicker. I think that was also not only on purpose because it's for kids, but because they're RC vehicles, they're not meant to be super quick. But I would like, for gameplay's sake, the cars to feel a little faster. And then the other thing too is the graphics. This is by far the worst looking Twisted Metal, I think, in the series. It's just, I don't know. It looks like an N64 game. Oh no, they locked me in here. I forgot it sets you on fire too. Damn. Luckily it didn't hurt us too bad. Let's see if we can hit this guy in the butt and unlock Dark Side. Oh, I fell. We might be lucky here. Yes, we did it. So I hit him with an napalm. He farted. There's Dark Side. And now we got this whole area unlocked now for that'll drop a health from time to time. Dang it. My aim right now is so bad. That's alright. At least we got Outlaw. Oh yeah, this can opener will actually suck you up into it too when you got the blue sparks. Gotta be careful of that. Oh yeah, and then certain maps have these environmental pickups. And these have been around in Twisted Metals for a long time. Kind of like the lightning, if you remember those. But what this does is, depending on which map you're on, it does different things. So for this one, it'll actually shoot ice cubes out of the fridge, as you can see. And it's actually gonna hit me, so that's great. But it'll randomly freeze anybody that the ice cubes come in contact with. So that's pretty cool. Oh, there we go. We got Dark Side. Burn, bitch. Oh man, I took a lot of damage too. Mr. Slam. This is the first game he's been back in, I think, since Twisted Metal 2. And then he makes another return in Twisted Metal Head On. Oh, Dark Side, please, no. Don't use your special. Okay, we got lucky. Let's see if we can get Mr. Slam here. Oh god. There we go. We got 2 left. I need a health pickup. There we go. Mr. Grimm's dead. Those power missiles do so much freaking damage. Jeez. I gotta say, Mr. Grimm was like, they ruined him in this game. if you're a huge Mr. Grimm fan, like that's your favorite character, you might not enjoy this game because they butchered him for some reason. I liked his character and his story, like for the final cutscene or whatever, but the actual character they just ruined. His special is not very strong, and he's got by far the worst armor I think in the entire series, like let alone in the game. It's pretty bad. How many friggin' power missiles do you have? Doesn't matter. And we're on Mini Golf Mayhem. This is another really great map. It's actually pretty large for Twisted Metal standards, and it's our first boss battle. The way this one works, it's kind of like the old school boss battles where you fight everybody on the map. Once they're all dead, then the boss comes out and you got to fight him to the death. And they made this boss actually really intimidating because what's also really unique with this map is half the map gets cut off when the boss comes out, which I find really interesting. So they make it more, a little bit more compact and like I don't know how to explain it, just makes you feel more claustrophobic and scared. Oh, you just took that away from me, you dick. I'm gonna kill you first now. Bye-bye. This map, you can actually go up in this little thing and it'll suck you onto the second level. And there's a volcano here that'll randomly spew out fireballs that'll hurt you. And there's these little golf balls, which are insanely hard to actually hit into the holes. But if you can do it throughout the match, you can get special power-ups that'll pop out, which is pretty cool. But again, it's almost like not even worth it because of how hard it is to hit them into the holes. And I could be wrong on this, but I don't think they reset either. Like, they don't go back to their original spot, so you can get them stuck in like the corners of the map and stuff. It's super annoying. And then earlier we were talking about the music. It's non-copyright, which is nice. It is all original music for the game, but a lot of them are actually remixes from Twisted Metal 1 and 2, which I found really cool. And the songs are bangers, man. All the songs in this game are really good. They're catchy. Like how it's like a giant snake is going over you in this area. It's super cool. So here we go. So once you get this environmental pickup, you can use it to have the volcano throw fireballs all around it to hurt people. It's actually really strong against the boss. So I'm gonna keep it. Bye bye. No! I shot it too far to the left. Crimson Fury. This is the only other game that Crimson Fury's been in, I think, compared to from Twisted Metal 1. I need to bring him back, dude. I miss him. Yeah, power missiles. I think in this game they're by far the strongest weapon. And I think they're the strongest power missile in any Twisted Metal. They take a good like 30% of your health no matter which car you're driving. That's just crazy. We have one guy left we gotta kill and the boss comes out. And thank God no other Twisted Metal has gone down the same route as Twisted Metal 4 with making a boss battle after every map instead of, you know, they space them out actually and only have a couple bosses throughout the tournament. Because it makes the bosses actually scary, you know? I don't know if I'm gonna make that. Ooh, that was close. All right, so they teleport you back here, and now half of the map is basically non-accessible. Oh, I forget he spawns right here. That's actually crazy. I don't know what happened to one of my specials. It just disappeared. No, why are you so strong? I cannot afford to die. Alright. Shit. I don't know why he's just chilling over here. That's kind of rare for him. Usually he's all around the map. Yo, monkeys, stay away. This dude in the song is going ham, dude. He's just blah, blah, blah. How many power missiles you got, son? Here, follow me. Dude, he's only using power missiles. It's so weird. It's kind of like every Twisted Metal with them using just their special weapon. He's getting there. No! I'm dead. We might have gotten lucky. Now, I don't know if lives reset after every match or if we only have 3 lives for the entire tournament. I want to say it's only for the whole tournament. Man, ramming him did nothing. I need a special, please. Yes! Ask and you shall receive. Thank you. Meet your maker. Oh, yeah, this map's pretty sick. This one's cool because it's got all these different grinders or whatever you can fall into or make the enemies fall into, and it's like an insta-kill. So I guess I was wrong. The lives did reset. So yeah, you get 3 lives per map, which is actually pretty insane. And again, that might have to do with the difficulty. You know, maybe if you play on hardcore or whatever the hardest mode is, they may only do that for the entire tournament. I don't know. I remember these switches. I don't know what they do though. I think it changes like the course of the belts up here. Or turn them off. I guess they're off right now. Which means I can grab this for free. So they come back on automatically after a minute, it looks like. This is a much smaller map compared to all the other ones we've been on so far. So not a whole lot to see here, but it is still a fun map to play. A lot of mayhem. I just wasted my special. Feels good, bro. Look at how much damage I just did. Holy crap. Yeah, man. Running into people does so much damage, too. I feel like the only other Twisted Metal in the series that used ram damage, I guess, effectively would have been, I think, Twisted Metal 1 and 2. I think every other one after that didn't, you know, running into people really didn't do much damage, if any at all. Oh, man. The football map. Yeah. This one reminds me a lot of Washington, D.C. and Twisted Metal 3. The reason for that, this is a much better map, I will say that though. This is a much better map than that one because it's way bigger and there's a few elements that make it actually interesting. So for one, there's like these football helmets on either side that you can actually destroy completely to get different power-ups. And there's this guy, the guy who's fallen asleep on a lawnmower. And he randomly runs you over. You got to be very careful of him because he does a lot of damage. And you can actually get an environmental pickup that'll send him directly towards somebody to run them over, which is really cool. So that alone makes this map, you know, decently fun. But the reason it reminds me of Washington, D.C., if you couldn't tell already, is because it's just a wide open plane, really. There's no verticality. There's nothing too creative to it. So I will say this is by far the weakest map in the entire tournament. I kind of wish some of the bonus maps you get for endurance mode, they would use in place of this for the tournament, but it is what it is. Far from terrible, but still not a good map. He's going after Hammerhead. Isn't that sick? Nice. I thought I was gonna miss. That was so lucky. Let's go. Oh god, that almost ran me over. Ooh. Way too close for comfort there. That's one thing. I kind of wish it showed their health bar when you were looking at them from a distance. I think every other Twisted Metal had that ability to see people's health bars from a distance. You didn't have to be like right next to them. Or maybe that was only a Twisted Metal 3 and 4 thing. I have no idea. Either way, cool addition. That should be in every Twisted Metal game. Don't turn. Really? Okay. Dude, he's griefing my ass right now. Holy god. One of the biggest bummers of them being RC vehicles and not real characters is there's no like super satisfying or hilarious death scream when people get murdered. I know it sounds horrible, but like if you've played any of the other games, you know what I'm talking about. Where it's just so satisfying when you finally take out somebody that's been like on your ass the whole game. And you hear that super satisfying death scream, but now you don't really get that. You just get an explosion sound, which is just not nearly as fun. What would have been kind of cool is like instead of, you know, hearing the vehicle scream or whatever, it'd be like you could hear the person in the distance who's controlling the character to be like, oh man, or dang it, stuff like that, you know, if their character died. That would be kind of funny. Oh, we got lucky. Hell yeah. And moving on to the second to last map in the tournament, and this is the one that I always dread the most. And not because I hate this map, it's actually like a really cool map. It's a good idea for a Twisted Metal level, but it's just really easy to fall off with the controls in this game, and like how, like I don't want to say the handling is sluggish, but it definitely feels like you're on ice sometimes. So when you're trying to turn around a corner, you might just slide right off the map and die, and you can lose a tournament super easily here, which is a massive bummer. Oops, yeah, I almost fell off right there. I almost went backwards too far. But there is a cool thing here. You can actually turn this lawnmower on, and it goes around running over people, and it does a ton of damage. There we go. It's getting everybody right now. Hell yeah. I think the environmental, if I remember right, I think it just turns on the lawnmower from a distance. I can't remember, but I know you can hit this lever and make this open up and have people fall to their death too, which is pretty funny. If you fall in the middle though, there is like a trampoline that lets you go back up to the rooftop, which is pretty cool. So that part is fun. Really cool idea. So I feel like every Twisted Metal up to this point has had some map where you can fall to your death. Whether it's like a rooftop map or like the streets of New York. Or not the streets, but you know, the towers of New York, I guess. Anything like that. You know, they've always had some type of map that had fall damage, but this is the first one to do it in a treehouse, which is pretty dope. So I did the environmental thing and nothing happened. So yeah, I don't remember what. Oh, okay, it shoots those rockets across. That's right. So if anyone's on the bridge, it'll shoot them with rockets. That's dope. I forgot about that completely. Oh, he fell. Uh-oh, we're gonna get run over. Oh, I might just, yep, I just killed Crimson Fury. That feels good. Self-destructed themselves. That's hilarious. It wasn't even their fault. Hopefully I can get this health bar. No, it sent me backwards. No. That is not where I wanted to go, dude. I am about to die. Please, 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 please get out of my way. Thank you. Oh, really? Thumper, you got lucky once again, bro. Oh my lord. I forgot how strong your special is. Oh my god. You're so fast. Thank you. I think that was the very first treetop that I didn't fall to my death once. I'm not even joking. I feel like every single time I play this map, I at least die like once. This is a pretty cool map. It's kind of boring though. It's kind of like the football field in a way, where it's technically just like a slab of nothingness with some chairs in the middle that you have to like weave through. So it is kind of boring, but the cool thing is the final boss battle. The final boss, which is piecemeal, is really unique in the sense that every time you kill somebody, everybody disappears and they all get sucked into this like vortex, essentially. You can actually hit this thing too and have it destroy the middle thing to unlock more stuff. But regardless, they all get sucked in this vortex and out comes piecemeal. And you have to shoot them, you know, just like a regular boss battle, down to lower health so you kill them. However, once they get to a certain amount of health that's lost, they disappear again and the rest of the enemies come back. And then you have to kind of rinse and repeat until they're dead. So it's a unique take on a final boss battle. So again, I have to give them credit for the creativity. But it does get repetitive pretty quickly, and it's more of an annoyance once you've done it once than anything. So there is that, but you know, it's still a cool concept. It's a cool idea. So what I try to do is get everybody as like injured or weak as possible before I kill somebody, because thankfully when you hurt piecemeal down to the point where they, you know, they disappear and the people come back, their health is back where you left off. So you don't have to worry about like every single time being full. They're always full health and they come back alive, basically. Okay, we got enough health now. That was bogus. I don't know what just happened with my special, but it completely missed Sweet Tooth. That was funny. So again, I'm not racing to kill anybody because I want to have enough weapons to fight Piecemeal when he spawns. Oh, I forgot that the movie is playing, showing our actual like screen, which is pretty cool. The last game to do that, I think, was Twisman 04. Oh no, it accidentally hit somebody else. It's alright, Piecemeal's coming out. There he is. He's a big boy, so he's able to destroy the chairs. And his special is everyone's special weapon, so he can mimic anybody in the game, basically. As a kid, he was like, I remember he was super intimidating, like the first time. Kind of reminds me of Darktooth a little bit in Twisman 2. When that boss battle comes out, like, you're not ready, dude. It's so scary. But I will say Darktooth is a much harder opponent. Because Piecemeal kind of just chills there. He doesn't really do a whole lot. Kind of just takes it. I don't remember how much HP you have to take away for him to disappear for the first one. Oh, I fucking missed. Well, I might die here. Nope, we're good. All the people are back, and as you can see, they still got the same amount of health as before. So that's cool. Oh yeah, so when he destroys chairs, or the seats, it unlocks more options for pickups. That's nice, actually. I forgot about that. Another cool attention to detail is how the turbo pickups are little batteries. That's so funny. Same with the health pickups are like D batteries. Man, everyone's almost dead. Oh my god. If I like flick somebody, Piecemeal's gonna launch. It just sucks I don't have like any weapons. No pickups. Bro, Sweet Tooth's destroying me. No. No, not my own special. Get away! No, the irony in that. That sucks, dude. At least I got 2 specials now, but we lost a life. That is bogus. I was gonna say, he's gotta be like, almost gonna disappear. Oh god, I can't hit anybody because they're just gonna come right, or he's gonna come right back and I have no weapons. But, I mean, looks like we're gonna have to just go for it, wing it, because there's no pickups to pick up at all, and I don't want to sit here all day, so here we go. No! Okay, I got it. Let's go. Wait, what? It went right through him? What the fuck? He's straight up cheating. That's great. I have no weapons. There's a health thing, though, I'm going to go for. I'm going to let him destroy more seats. Hopefully there'll be more pickups that'll be seen. On to the last guy. No, he ran into me and committed. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Bruh. What are the odds of that? He literally ran into me and died. That's amazing. That is actually funny. I wasn't ready, bro. I wasn't ready for this final battle. But I guess we're doing this. I do have one special. Shit, I wasted it. That's great. Eat my ass. Suck it. Yes. Let's go. Also, side note, I love every single one of the ending movies in this game. They're all hilarious. And that might just be my stupid childish humor, but I do love the movies in this game. They're so funny.
Man, you can have your stupid frog back. Little Tear's been making so much noise, I can't even go inside.
Technically, such exuberance is common following radiation.
Radiation?
On second thought, you can keep the frog. Victory! Victory!
That was another thing that they really went against the grain with this game. Is this was the first Twisted Metal to where the wishes that the characters ask for technically always come true, and it always is like at the detriment of Calypso, except for a few occasions. But for the most part, yeah, most of them have good endings, which is weird because yeah, usually Twisted Metal is known to have these really off the wall, like you didn't say the exact perfect sentence, so I'm gonna screw you over in any way that I can, and it's kind of like a funny, campy, like gotcha, right? So it is kind of interesting they didn't do that with this game. They went completely the opposite realm, and again, I think that makes these endings really funny and just really lighthearted and fun to watch. Another last side note is I don't understand with Shadow why they made his character like this like kind of dweeb scientist kid, because in every game Shadow is meant to be kind of like the goth guy or like the goth girl or the emo kid. So it's funny they didn't really do that with his character here. It's kind of interesting. But that is it for this episode of Twisted Metal Small Brawl. I do still feel this is one of the most, if not the most, underrated Twisted Metal in the entire series. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below of this game. Did you play it as a kid? Did you skip it as a kid or as an adult? Did you just never play it because you thought it was for kids only? And after watching my video, did I change your mind and maybe want to give it a try? Let me know. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, share, support as always. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and we'll hopefully see you in the next one. Peace.